Ocasio-Cortez appears on the cover of October's GQ magazine, and they went crazy. They asked her, could you ever become president? She said no, because I'm a woman, and America hates women. They also talked about this on The View. Just like clockwork, Sonny starts bringing up Hillary Clinton.
Is asked if she or someone like her will ever be president. And she admits she wants to believe anything is possible, but her personal experience has shown her how many people in this country hate women and hate women of color. So, I put it out to all of you. I'll start with you, Sonny, because, because, being a woman of color.
I think she's right. I think there's terrible misogyny in this country. I think, as Joy just said, we had the most qualified, I don't even think, woman candidate that we've had any candidate in decades. Hillary Clinton, we had Secretary Clinton here yesterday, and this country didn't vote for her. And I think in particular, when you see women of color being strong and being firm and being honest, we are called aggressive, we are called brash, we are called disrespectful, we are called angry, and a man would never be treated that way.
So it just gets asinine out to a certain point. People rejected Hillary. They did not reject all women. Jesse Jackson lost, but then we got Obama. See how that worked? Well, Obama's biracial, but he's still got some brown in him. Get what I'm saying? So just because they didn't want this particular woman doesn't mean that a woman could never run. But if you're hitching your wagon to Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris, you're going to be deeply disappointed because those women, in my opinion, don't have the it category. The charisma, the savvy, the quick-wittedness, the humor, or the sternness, like none of it. You don't want to follow them into war or follow them into a burning building or laugh with them or buy them a beer other than saying they're the first woman to do this thing. That's all you got. But there needs to be more for it to appeal to the masses, is what I'm saying. Being the first, that's something, but it's not everything, and it doesn't win over everyone. It doesn't win over enough people to say you are the first. You gotta have more than that. Okay? You gotta admit, Trump had more than that. Trump had wit. Trump had a mystique. Trump had name recognition. He had all these things going for him. That's how he beat Hillary. It wasn't just because he was a guy. John McCain was a guy. Mitt Romney is a guy. It takes more than just being a guy. Even if you're a white guy, it takes more. Obama's a guy, a biracial guy, but he's also a very good speech giver. He's also very charismatic. He's also very interesting. And he also was able to capture their heart and minds and inspire people. So those are other characteristics that I didn't see President Hillary. I don't see President in Kamala. And I do see some of those traces in AOC. So that's what people say, oh, AOC. In fact, I'm hearing people say, read the comment sections of the AOC interview with GQ, and you'll see people saying, particularly millennials and Gen Zers, you're looking at the next president. AOC could be president. That's what they're saying about her. People that are saying it about Kamala are not saying it so much that they're impressed, but they're aspirational. They're aspirationally hoping for this with Kamala. But do they see it? Do they see that in her? Are these moments of Kamala so amazing that you're thinking, ooh, a president? No. And if you're not real with that, then you're not going to get anywhere. We're just going to continue this loop of pointing fingers and having unreasonable expectations. This interview with Ocasio-Cortez left a lot to be desired. But some of it was the guy doing the interviewing. Jesus Christ. He said this, constitutionally opposed to sitting down, shutting up, and conforming to the patriotic play theory of Washington. The right wing's night terror in the flesh. It's just, what are you talking about? If Ocasio-Cortez was opposed to conforming, she wouldn't be in Congress. Okay? Okay? All right? Because that's not a place you go to non-conform. The non-conformists, don't make it a second term, okay? Wes Lowry or whatever, I believe that we should have health care, that we should have free college tuition, that we should have a concern with the climate. I believe we should stop the interventionist wars, mind our business. These things I believe. I also believe that we should say African Americans who are descendants of slaves, you shouldn't just go, pull yourselves up. There should be some type of reparative situation for that. That's how we move beyond it, okay? So I'm not that far off with politics with AOC, but Jesus Christ, if, hey everybody, get a load of me, was a person besides Joker, played by Jack Nicholson, it would be Ocasio-Cortez. Most of this interview I had no problems with, but when they asked her a question about, do you think that you can become president, her answer kind of threw me. She didn't just say, no, I'm not sure. She said, America hates women. And I didn't know America hated women till now. Wrong. America doesn't hate women. America hates poor people. America loves you. Just your arguments with Trump alone made a lot of money for a lot of people. You're a part of the machine. All right, so anybody in Congress is now a part of the machine. You're part of the money train. So America doesn't hate you. It loves you. You keep it going. America hates poor people and black people, particularly poor black people and all poor people, okay? That's who America hates. You should know that because you grew up in the Bronx, right? Ocasio-Cortez, look, you beat out a white, rich, powerful old bastard. You killed him at the polls and took his seat. Don't tell me America hates women. The Bronx loves Alex. And so do a lot of millennials. Ocasio-Cortez is playing a role, okay? No one is this dramatic, okay? I think more of you would agree with me, you know, if you were being brutally honest. Subscribe to this channel for more updates on politics, news, culture, race, all that good stuff right here on The Tim Black Show.